What's up, guys? You are very welcome back to a very late night update around the race for Jude Bellingham. A race that it appears like, according to some very reliable UK journalists, Liverpool are no longer a part of. I'm going to take you through the events of the last 3 or 4 hours. Ask you guys, as always, for your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video and hit that subscribe button. Now, look, let's start off by addressing my side of this. Nothing that I've been told has changed. That Jude Bellingham wanted to come to Liverpool, that Liverpool were interested in Jude Bellingham, and that if the owners paid the fee, we get the fella. Nothing there has changed. And I know that people are going to want to come and have a pop at me, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But you know what? I don't really care about that. What I care about right now, personally, is the kick in the nuts that we're all after getting once again from our owners. Owners that have lied, owners that have strung us along for window after window after window, owners that have told us that we can compete with the top clubs, owners that have told us that we have money for generational talent, owners that have told that they've been putting away money to make sure that when these talents become available, Liverpool can act. Now we're getting Liverpool have been put off by the money. Liverpool, because of being out of the Champions League, simply can't afford it. Why are we not in the Champions League next season? Or why are we likely not to be in it next season? Yeah, that's right. Because we didn't spend on any midfield reinforcements. So what I would say right now is I think this is something that FSG have hugely underestimated. And I think that this is going to be something that will trigger a huge reaction from our fan base, because not only does it look like we're about to lose out on Bellingham, it looks like he may well go to another club in the Premier League. Manchester United's name have been mentioned now as being back in the race. You know those United who Bellingham laughed at a while ago? Well, now that they're back in Champions League and now that they potentially have new owners and some money, they could sign him. But what are we going to do? Well, we're going to look at rejects. We're going to look at a couple from Chelsea, probably, in Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher, who in themselves could be very good footballers. But they are not going to be difference makers. They are not going to be what drags this Liverpool team back to challenging. And the big surprise in all of this tonight, the biggest surprise of all for me, came from words from Chris Bascom. I'm going to find these exact words now and I'm going to bring them up on screen, on my screen, and read them out to you, because to me, this is the thing that hurts the most. It's that Jurgen Klopp was fully on board with the decision to walk away from the Bellingham deal. And I don't know what to say about that. I know how I feel about it. I feel like our manager has really just become a yes man there at the club, if that's the case. Because you can't pursue a player openly for 2 years. You can't have all the laughs and jokes and bigging up the player. And the only problem about Jude Bellingham, Jurgen Klopp's words, is that the player wasn't on the market. The player is on the market now, and surprise, surprise, our owners won't pony up the dough. Now look, they talked about €150 million being a fee that Dortmund wanted. That's a figure that shouldn't surprise Liverpool. All along we knew that this deal was probably going to cost about €120 million. So for the case, for the sake of what, £15 million? That's too much to walk away. The rebuild needs to be built upon what exactly? How are we funding this rebuild? Are FSG selling stake in the club? That's supposed to be where some of this money was coming from. All along, it is just smoke and mirrors and lies and false dawns over and over again from these owners. So look, right now, if we're to believe what's been said, we've gone from a situation 3 hours ago where Jan Fjortov and some other European-based journalists have said that Liverpool have submitted an offer of £84 million for Bellingham, to all of a sudden and it's really strange that it all came out at once. It's almost like the club briefed all these on it. Every reliable English journalist worth their salt has come out and said that Liverpool are out of the race, just like that. All of a sudden, I don't know what else to say to you. And again, I'm more upset about the lack of ambition from our club and the lack of a future challenging that we seem to have than I am about anything that's going to come my own way, because I know my information was exactly as I said it was. So I've no worries with that. But I am worried about our future. I am worried about our football club. And I'm worried about what the hell our manager wants and what is he fighting for. Why sign a new contract at a club if you aren't going to be backed, if you aren't going to be supported to go out there and get the players we know you want? You can't say that you wanted Arlene Tchouameni, who went for €100 million to Real Madrid, and then say again we've got no dough for Jude Bellingham. It just doesn't make any sense. It stinks. Now, what's most likely going to happen? We're going to bring in, and they've said 2 midfielders in some of these articles. 2's nowhere near enough. We need at least 3 midfielders and a centre back. So once again, FSG have looked at Liverpool as a big, big, big cash cow that they can just keep sitting on, and that club valuation will grow and grow and grow. Only for that Coutinho sale, only for we got that big cash sum, we wouldn't have had the success we've had, because we wouldn't have had Alisson, we wouldn't have had Van Dijk. But it's taken people a very, very, very long time to come to the understanding that they have no ambition. They have no concern about Liverpool winning things. Their only concern is that when they sell up Liverpool Football Club, they do so at the very, 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 very top of the market valuation before the bubble starts to burst. That is all that FSG are concerned about, in my opinion. And this, again, this is, in my opinion, we put up a poll in our chat. If Jurgen Klopp was on board with this decision, will that taint your view of Klopp and his legacy? And 82% of those that voted said yes, it would change their thoughts on the manager, which is a really, really sad thing to see and hear. Because Jurgen Klopp has been a huge part of our success. But some of his decision making, and he seems to have retreated into a shadow. Like, he really just does seem to be a yes man for FSG as things stand. He's not fighting for the best. He's not fighting. You can't say we can't afford it. We can't be told we're the 5th richest club in the world, but we can never afford these big transfers unless we sell. That doesn't add up. And you're talking about wages, and you're going to talk about Mohamed. Sell Mohamed Salah. Sell him tomorrow to PSG and take that money and put it towards Jude Bellingham. Why would you insist on putting all that money towards a player who's over the age of 30 and most likely on the decline, and then not put it towards a generational talent who you can sell in a few years' time and get your money back or make more money on? None of this makes sense, other than FSG just want to tread water. Let me ask you guys this. Do you think that if we don't get Jude Bellingham this summer and he goes somewhere else, that we're going to be able to rebuild with a couple of midfield additions and a centre-back that are going to be able for us to challenge for the Premier League? Because I don't see it. Particularly not if you're just looking at your Mounts or your Gallaghers. Now, I know that there's been a piece today, I think, from Neil Jones that said Liverpool are interested in Barella. He's 26 years of age. He's unproven in the Premier League. He's coming from a league that is really hit and miss when you drop him into the Premier League. And yes, he's a wonderful addition. And if he comes in, I'm sure he'll do a decent job. But it's nowhere near as nailed on. It's just a lack of ambition. And I don't know how else to put it. I'm really worried about where Liverpool Football Club go from here. Because what looked like one season blip out of the Champions League can very easily become us once again being in 6th, 7th, 8th place. 2, 3, 4 years out of the Champions League. Do you think that Newcastle are going to stand still? Particularly if they get Champions League money? No. Manchester United are only going to continue to strengthen. Arsenal are already in a fantastic position with a young assembled squad that is doing really well, and they'll add in the summer. Manchester City will add in the summer. But we will once again be showing up for being a selling club, for being a club that has owners with zero ambition. I'm very concerned about the future of our club. I'm very concerned about the stewardship of FSG. And I'm most concerned about the backlash and the anger that is going to come from our fan base. Because this season has been one that a lot of people thought we were gambling writing off because of the pursuit of Bellingham, because we needed to get only the players we wanted. Now all of those words, all of those stories that Klopp has put out, that the owners have put out about not settling for second, third targets, it's lies. It's all lies. You can't say that you don't want to settle. You can't say that you have targets and you want to get them and then say you can't afford them. It just doesn't add up. None of this makes any sense on any level. And I'm really angry right now. And I'm really angry at our manager. I'm extremely angry at our owners. But mostly I'm concerned. I'm concerned that the little period of success we had, the little time where we were actually challenging, where we were up at the top and we were fighting for the big trophies, that those days are gone and we're going to become an also-ran once again. I don't know what else to say. Right now, it looks like it's the night of the long knives where bad news is coming one after the other after the other. And I don't know how we got from a position where the European-based journalists were saying offers were going into Dortmund today. And then all of a sudden, we'd absolutely no interest in signing him. I'm really, really flabbergasted, hurt, sad, frustrated, angry. It's not a positive outlook. So look, I'm going to hand it over to you. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I know there's going to be a lot of banter coming my way. I'm a big boy. I'm more than capable of that. But all I said, and all I've ever said, was the exact same things. Bellingham wants to come to Liverpool. He's Liverpool's number one target. And if FSG pay the money, he'll be a Liverpool player. And then when we'd seen the stuff over the past few weeks, and I've always told you, I won't even look at the last video I put up today. I don't have any details on the financial end of it. I have no sources at our club. So I've always said to you, all I've been told is what I've been told. The caveat was that if FSG don't pay it, we won't get him. They won't pay it, we aren't getting him. That's how it looks right now. So just keep that in mind, because I get you're frustrated. I am equally as frustrated and as angered, and it is taking all of my patience right now not to be screaming down this microphone in frustration, because it feels like the missus has cheated on me. That's how bad this feels right now. So look, over to you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Vent away in the comment section. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another live stream over on Twitch. And I'm sure I'll be back on here uploading another update on the latest situation around what seems to be the ending of our pursuit of Jude Bellingham. Talk to you soon. Much love.